Yo, what's up? Enlisted can be a very fun and great game, but also very confusing, especially in the beginning, because the game itself doesn't give you information that helps you solve this confusion. So to help you out and save you a lot of time and give you a strong, good and quick start, I made this guide. Here I will show you how the menu works, how army building works, how the economy works, and how the weapons work, how vehicles work, how all the game mechanics work, and how the battles themselves work. And the best thing is, all of this completely free to play. I didn't spend a single cent on this account. To show you how to play the game completely for free if you want so, and also I recorded the first 4 games to give you some orientation that's going to be very helpful in your first games. Alright, let's start your journey into World War II. After creating an Enlisted account and logging in, this is the first thing you see on your screen, the 4 factions in the game. Now we're gonna pick one. We're gonna pick the most prevalent one, and the first thing you might see are some random events going on at the moment. Keep in mind, depending on when you log in, you're gonna have other events. So yeah, here on the right side we see ongoing events and little tasks you can do to earn silver. Here on the top right you see your screen. Here you can see your playing stats, and we obviously don't have any since we just created the account. Here we see our name. Here we can buy a premium account. Very useful, especially when it's on big sale during winter and some other occasions. Here we see our gold, enlisted gold account number, meaning 0 right now. And very nice, we started with 20,000 silver currency as a lock-in bonus for the first time. At the top of the screen you see the 4 nations that you can pick at any time, and left of that we see the research tree, meaning the technology and weaponry that you have for your nation. Now across the research tree we see 3 different colors. Gray means you already unlocked the weapon and can buy it whenever you want. Dark gray or black means you can start researching it because you already have the previous step in the technology tree, but you can't just buy it because you obviously still have to research it, and you do it by clicking start research. And then you see this. Also, accelerated research means whenever you researched something and you acquired more experience than you needed to fulfill this threshold of 20,000 experience, you're gonna get a bonus. And this bonus is gonna be saved up here, and then you can click on anything and then click accelerated research and the bonus will be applied. So this is a very good and flexible system. And whenever you think, oh no, I don't want to research that, I changed my mind, yeah, don't worry, you can just click on that and everything's gonna be flexible again. So yeah, this is quite good. Regarding starting your account, you will see that obviously almost everything is red except for the premium stuff that you can always buy whenever you want. It doesn't matter if it's low ranking or high ranking. You can, for example, just get yourself the strongest plane or some of the strongest tanks or whatever, and instantly hop into high tier games. Though keep in mind, it won't be too balanced, because once this one squad gets killed, you're left with some very basic stuff. Though this can be still fun and also historical accurate, especially for the Germans in late war. But keep in mind, when you start your account, the first decision you make is which technology do you want to start research. We're going to talk about it later, because there's still more about the basic menu of the game. Next of the research tree we see the shop, and here we see everything you can buy. Here's the premium stuff. Then battle pass. Battle pass means 2 things. First of all, the battle pass specific premium stuff that you don't need to buy with gold or money. You can buy it with the gold orders. And here you have different gold order weapons. Here you have gold order soldiers, and here you have gold order vehicles. These are the best things you can get, because you can get some very late stuff like the Tiger 1 E or Panther Gs and stuff like that, simply with 1 gold order, which is much less expensive than actually paying real money. So keep in mind, these can be very much worth it. And here's the standard weaponry that you already unlocked. For example, pistols, we already have the first 3, and rifles, and you see we only unlocked 1 rifle yet. And 2 also a bolt action sniper rifle. The rest isn't unlocked yet, and so on. Same thing goes for SMGs and heavy weaponry, and the utility stuff like medkits, tools to repair tanks and similar things. Also backpacks giving you more slots, and some grenades and so on. Most of this is already unlocked. Other things aren't, but they're gonna be unlocked very quickly, don't worry about that. Also you have your soldier classes that you can already get. At the moment we have the tankers, snipers and riflemen unlocked. The others we haven't yet. And we're gonna do this by researching. Now, how do you unlock new weapons and new soldiers? Well, new weapons you unlock obviously by clicking on them. And you unlock new soldier classes and new squads by researching weapons and then automatically getting a new squad that belongs to this weapon. So for example, researching these SMGs, we're gonna acquire the medic squad. It's our first squad that can use SMGs, and so on. Next to the shop we have the upgrade section, and this leads us to the centerpiece of the Enlisted game, the squads. Right now, at the start, we have 3 different squads: a rifleman squad, a sniper squad and a tanker squad. They are quite small and undeveloped. Now, how do you develop them? Very simple. Whenever you play, you create experience. For everything you do, especially getting kills or doing logistical work, you get lots of experience. Also for healing teammates, you're gonna get experience. And this experience first goes to the soldier that created the action. Then the same experience goes cumulative from all soldiers to the squad. And also at the end of the game to your overall research. So you get lots of experience, and this experience is counted on many different stages. And you don't worry, you don't lose any experience. It's all collected very precisely. And for the soldiers themselves, whenever you reach enough experience, you can start upgrading them. And you can see here in the perks, this is a level 3 soldier, and he's got 7 mobility perk points, 9 vitality perk points, and 9 weapon handling perk points. The more you have, the more you can spend. For example, here we can make him switch his weapons faster. Here we can make him more precise. Here we can give him more stamina regeneration. Here we can make him extinguish himself faster from fire, and so on. And at the moment we are quite limited, but the higher his level, the more perk points he's gonna get, and the more expensive and stronger perks he can get. So this is a fine thing, though there are limits to everything. For example, at the moment he can't really get much higher. In order to do that, we need to unlock him. And here we see in the squad section, you go to your squad, like rifleman squad, to upgrades. And here we see the blue line, here we see the red line, and here we see the yellow line. The red line is correlated with your soldiers themselves. So for example, we have level 1 since we just started, and we have 0 experience. And once we reach 760 experience, we're gonna get our first level. Keep in mind, you can reach multiple levels in one game, especially in the beginning when you just start playing and the thresholds are very low. And then you can unlock, for example here, you unlock the 2nd level for rifleman. If you click on this is the next in line, you're gonna give your rifleman plus 25% whenever they play. And so on. Here you can either do a little pivot and unlock the pistol slot, or stay in the same line and unlock level 3, more experience, more experience, more experience, level 4, and so on. In the end, you can even choose to make it possible to have 2 weapons on the same soldier or a backpack slot. So yeah, the yellow line gives you additional technology for your weapons. Here we have the Mars 36, and we can click here by making it possible to unlock it to 3 stars, to 4 stars, to 5 stars. Here we have cheaper upgrade costs, since upgrading weapons and vehicles costs silver. And here you have the selling bonus for the stuff that you don't want once you sell it. Always sell stuff only once you have this, because otherwise you're losing on lots of possible silver. And here's the most important tree. This blue technology tree is responsible for your squad itself. As usual with these technology trees, you start on the left side and then you can go from left to right and also up down, depending on how far you've went. This is the usual experience bonus, also the best type of technology upgrade in the beginning, because this gives you plus 25% squad experience. So whenever anyone in your squad gets experience, it gets multiplied with 1.25. And you can upgrade it to 1.5, 1.75, and you can even double the experience the squad gets with this last upgrade here. This is also very good. You can increase your squad size, and eventually you want to increase your squad size to the maximum, because rifleman squads are the one that can grow to the largest size of 9 soldiers. Right now we have space for 6 soldiers, but only 5 inside. So if you buy another soldier, we can get 6. And it also only can have riflemen at the moment. If you want to have specialists, you need to unlock the specialist section. Once we've reached this stage, we can choose to either increase the squad size again, or increase the experience gain, or make it possible to put a specialist into the squad. And the specialists here available are either a sniper, or a radio man, or an engineer. Now snipers do sniping, as expected. Radio men can call artillery strikes as long as they're in the squad alive. It's always good to have 1 or 2 radio men in your whole army. You don't need more, because besides staying alive, they can't even do much, except for calling artillery strike every 4 minutes. And then we have the most important class in the game, the engineer, because the engineer can do many things, build many things that greatly are going to improve not only your gameplay, but especially your win rate and also your fun. So you basically want 100% always an engineer in your squad. In every single squad have 1 engineer. This is the general rule of becoming very good and very quickly good in this game. So you see, once again, this is your squad section, your upgrades, and here you see everything you can do. Once you upgraded everything, you unlocked everything, you're gonna have a check mark here and you know, right, we unlocked all the squad technology. Same thing goes for the soldier technology and the weapon technology. And this first rifleman squad is responsible for 4 different weapons, 4 different bolt actions. You don't need, by the way, to upgrade all of them. Just choose one of the weapons at the beginning and just unlock only this one weapon, so don't waste any time. Same thing goes for the sniper squads. Vehicle squads are a bit different. Instead of unlocking weapons, they unlock the technology for the tanks. And here we have our first squad that unlocks many tanks, literally many tanks, basically all the tier 1 tanks. And unlike weapons, which you have to unlock every single weapon that you give to a soldier, you need to unlock a vehicle only once. And the unlock technology gives you basically more speed, more precision, faster turret movement, and also more precision when you're shooting. So all much worth it, though quite expensive. So it's reasonable to be a smart commander and to think about how you want to organize your army and in which directions you want to improve. For example, starting this account, I will play basically only bolt action rifles, but also a medic squad, because medic squads are great for grinding. So I want a bolt action, and I aim at getting the K98K. So I need to grind this first. Or possibly grind this first, because look at this. This will cost me only 5,000 experience. This will cost me 20,000. Getting 5,000 experience in one game is possible if the game goes long enough. 20,000 experience much harder. So yeah, I'd rather just grind this for the first game and then I'll also get my medic squad. And after that, yeah, possibly I'm gonna start planes and stuff like that. So yeah, be a smart commander and take a little bit of time to take a look at all of the technology available and choose your army the way you want it. And this is also one of the best things about the game. You can choose all the research directions you want to go and customize your army and make your army and playstyle very unique. Now you know everything about the general menu except for how to start the first game. Well, you can either click on infantry tutorial, meaning you're gonna get thrown into a tutorial that explains you all the mechanics of the game. Also after the infantry you get vehicle tutorials and so on. After finishing the tutorials you want to play, you can finally do normal games by clicking start. But if you still want to do tutorials, you can always return to tutorials and click on tutorial. Or you can play practice mode, which means you can just try out any weapons and vehicles and stuff like that. And you can also choose the servers you want to play. The more servers you activate, the more games you will find and the faster the games will be that you're finding. But depending on where you're located, the ping can become a problem. Though out of experience, for most Americans it doesn't matter where you play unless it's Eastern Europe. If you're settled in Europe, it's even best, because then you can just play on all the servers without any issues. Also, yeah, since I'm in Europe, I'm going to activate all servers. And we also get our first rank, which is private. Now private means whenever you play a game and you win the game, you're going to get 1 point. And whenever you get a medal, which is one of the little rewards you get after every game for doing a particular thing very well, you get a second point. So the maximum amount of points you can get per game is 2. And these are accumulated, and the more points you have during a season, the higher your rank. And at the end of the season, or more precisely said, the moment you acquire a rank, you're gonna get some prizes. So this is quite useful. Also, you get your stats here, as we already said. You get your weekly missions that are gonna help you get lots of silver currency, especially in the beginning. Very useful. Here you see if you have boosters active. Here you get some random medals for playing the game for a long time. Here you can click on replays, and yes, as you can see from my other account, I already had the replay in my in my folder. And here you can watch replays, though it's a little bit bugged, so not that useful overall. Also, it's quite slow. Most players don't use it. Here you have very precisely described what you already accomplished in your games. For those wondering why is your background different from the background you see here, very simple. I installed a custom background, and you can do it too by clicking on the link below, which explains you in 4 minutes how to get yourself the same background or other backgrounds and enjoy a more realistic and more nature-like atmosphere. So let's jump into our first game. I'm gonna use the basic naked army that the game gives us, and let's see how we're gonna do.